Hey guys, Spanners here. Want to see how I exactly replicate the Max Verstappen Lewis Hamilton incident at Silverstone? Yeah, well, I do. So here's a good example in this race of how my racecraft really does need some work, and I think I'm starting to know what to do, but it's the application of it. I'm doing all right on this first lap. I'm staying close to the guys in front, trying to keep that gap behind. So a lot of the times I was getting swamped. So as you go out into Dunlop, because I've not kept up with the car in front, I could have done, but I'm trying to leave a gap for crashes, and then I end up with someone right behind me. So here I'm really just trying to press and stay ahead. The guy in front is key, because I should have cleared this guy, and I don't in the 3 laps, and that ends up costing me quite dear. Here's my first attempt. Absolutely look it down the inside, and I'm really fighting to make sure I don't understeer into him, but he's giving himself a good run. And actually, if we let's go to his cockpit, he's got a run on me out into like Spoon Corner and stuff. And here, so at least racecraft, I want the inside, so I've made sure I own the inside. As soon as he decides inside, I push him out wide to give myself space, and I hold that well. Don't take it perfectly, and he's able to get a run back at me. So this is me kind of starting to try to clear him. I've got to get down to the hairpin and not hairpin, down to the chicane and be perfect. And then I clear him and I go. But what ends up happening is that there is a spinner up ahead when we get there. Talk amongst yourselves. So there's a little incident up ahead. The guy is in my tow, but I'm managing it. He goes off. I give him enough space to be safe, but if we go to my onboard, there's just this little moment, this wobble where I didn't practice being offline, and maybe that's what I should have done. Maybe I should have practiced being offline. It's there, so there's my turn, and I go, yep, I've got it, and then I've gone too much. I'm understeering, tried to save the understeer, and I'm having to come off the power when I should be fully on it, and that is key, just because he is then able to get, a blinding run on me. So he's got the run, even though he's messed up. So he's round the outside. So we are now, let's see, far chase. Okay, so I'll be in a similar position in the next lap. I've got the inside line. I'm scared of understeering into him. So I bail out, basically. Boo, Spanners, you bailed out. But let's look where I end up braking. Quite early. Yeah, very, very, very early, because I'm thinking I don't want to understeer into him. And, okay, I had a little bit more room to play with, but I think that's probably smart. He had the run on me, and, okay, I'll give that up. I can give that up. But then your guy behind, who I should have cleared, Kazuki, he gets a proper run on me now. So, okay, here we go. Here's him fighting. I think, yeah, it's only half a lap to go. Don't worry, I'll fast forward through some of it. But I think watching it from his onboard, it's probably more useful. And so you see where I duff up. I managed to survive Degner. Good for him. He's lifted there. Well done him. Now I messed this up. I run a little bit wide, and that puts us side by side. Well, I'm trying to be dogged. So I'm like, well, I definitely want the inside. I am holding that. I'm going to try and hold it down the inside of him. Yeah, manage that. Not a problem. Great cutback, and he's got the run. This time, he has a bit more of an advantage into Spoon. Again, I'm jealously guarding the inside, but this time he's got a much better run. So I see it from my point of view. Again, he yields, and I'm scruffy. I'm too tight, and I end up just washing out wide a little bit. Yeah, and that gives him the run. He uses that run well. So that's a bit of a spoiler. Okay, so that's it from the car behind. There's nothing I can really do, but once I get back in the tow, I'm the red car ahead, I want to go to the inside. He won't let me have it, and then he absolutely nails this. He absolutely nails it. And then I tuck in behind, scruffy on the curb, and this guy behind gets the run. And this is the guy I end up having the incident with. So actually, yeah, this is the view to watch it from. Side by side. Now then, Now then, from my point of view, I thought I was okay. I do think this is my fault. So I've not squeezed him. I've let him take all but the best racing line to the outside, and then from my point of view, you'll see I'm not quite going for the apex, but from his point of view, I'm turning in on him. But at the point that there's contact, yeah, there's still a lot of road. Let's look at it from on top. Far chase. So from the far chase point of view, once I get hit, obviously the angle looks a lot more obtuse. He's on his normalish line. There's me kind of gently heading out, and I'm going for a line where we can go side by side through the corner. We've gone side by side through the corner loads with people. But he's just leaving his foot, just left his little toe in. And it is wheel to wheel in the end. But I'm absolutely kicking myself. I think in the heat of the moment, I'm hoping he goes somehow tighter to avoid me coming in. But it's not down to that. I've got to wait until there's room to turn in. I'm turning in on what I hope will be a line that makes us go 2x2 if he really goes in tight and hugs the apex. But he doesn't have to. He could go all the way down there and force me to go down. But I've just assumed we're going to take this line like Hamilton Verstappen in Cops. So I'm sad and I'm kicking myself about this because I'll ruin my own race. You put me in the hospital. I was, running 8th or 9th or something in the top split. Stupid. I'm going to learn from that. I've got to learn from that. And I've got a lot to learn from all of that. But I'm so pleased I had the pace to fight some of those guys. Just not the skill, not the racecraft yet.